So welcome to the first edition of 300 Seconds at Cannes. So today I'm joined by Hannah Baker, who's the CMO of Brave Bison. Welcome, Hannah.
Thank you.
You guys seem to have carved out quite a distinct proposition and place within the market. How conscious has that been, or has it just been a cultural drive that has got you there?
I would actually argue that it's near impossible to be distinct in a world where there's like 20,000 agencies in the UK alone. So what we don't focus on is distinctiveness necessarily. Our whole approach is about, and this sounds really obvious, I suppose, when you put it this way, but is about being kind of audience first and building a proposition that works for the audience that we're serving, and that's lots of different audiences on lots of different levels. We have this kind of unifying mission or mindset, which is all about being the partner that can help clients capitalize on complexity.
We once did a study that shows you are 3 times more likely to win a client that you've actively prospected and gone after than one that lands cold on your desk. How proactive and intentional are you about the clients that you go after?
I think what's more exciting about what you said is that idea of kind of personal relationships being the sort of key driver of growth opportunities. And even looking back at some of our biggest wins of the last quarter, or the last year, sorry, I can see how a prior relationship, or even just going out of our way to build and develop a really strong relationship with the kind of lead client, help contribute to the win. I was really lucky when I joined the business because I acquired an amazing marketing platform in Social Minds, which is our podcast community that's existed within Social Chain. It's been around as long as the agency itself, so almost 10 years. And what's really exciting about that is people who've been listening to that podcast, with about 6,000 monthly listeners, started listening when they were social media executives. They're now heads of social, marketing directors. Some of them are even CMOs themselves. And what we've been able to do is take that community of podcast listeners and turn it into live events, dinners, workshops. We've expanded it outside of social into our other service lines, and it's the relationships that we build in those communities that stand us in a really good stead for new business. But what's really important is that we don't use those communities to our advantage too much. We don't see ourselves as we don't see those communities as serving us. We see us as serving those communities, and we try and make those events really rich, engaging opportunities for teams to come together. The selling always happens organically off the back of it. We don't see them as like sales initiatives. I know that sounds cheesy and everyone will say that, but I do genuinely think that's true.
You guys consciously made growth a agency-wide priority, and is it something you have sort of mechanics, the things you put in place and that you measure to make sure that growth is going in the direction you need?
Absolutely. I mean, we're a publicly listed business, so growth is incredibly important to us, and speaking back to that sort of momentum that you talked about at the start, it's really important to us that we can kind of demonstrate that momentum back to our shareholders, but also back to our clients and back to our people. They find it really exciting being part of a business that has such momentum. I don't really focus kind of tactically on sort of growth KPIs within the team unless they're really clearly aligned to commercial objectives. So we think about growth as organic growth, that's kind of scaling new clients or service lines, and we do a lot of productization of our capabilities to help clients in one part of the business unlock capability and another make it really easy for them to buy across service lines. We also think about net new growth, so going after new clients in new verticals, or expanding kind of new products or solutions, or buying businesses in new areas that allow us to kind of win new types of work. And then we also have kind of platform-based growth, so buying businesses outside of advertising, or expanding our product suite or capabilities outside of kind of traditional retainer-based service models. So the acquisition of Mini MBA was completely transformative for us because it allowed us to service clients in a new way, which is really exciting. We like being a really diversified business. We make money from our own advertising revenue as well as helping our clients generate revenue, and we make money from kind of content and training and capability. And I think it's that kind of diversity that allows us to always go where the growth is, as I said. So yes, we're a really commercial business, but we think about growth in lots of different ways, all of the time.